You guys make pretty good time on your way back to the Air Nation capital. You get back before Bingle is projected to leave the school, so you should be good. What do you do when you get there?
Well, I guess first thing we'll do is knock on the door of the school and ask if they still have potato soup.
The guy who owns the school says, "Oh, that deadbeat? No, we threw him out for non-payment."
Okay, that's what we thought, thanks.
Poor potato soup, alone and lost in the wilderness like a wild animal.
Yeah, but he's dressed up like a man. I bet I know where he is. Mason, I go down to the guard station.
Okay, down to the guard station you go. A receptionist welcomes you in. "Hello, sir, what can I do for you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for a big, hairy man about, yay tall. He's a friend of mine, my brother, actually.
I see. He wouldn't happen to weigh half a ton and mumbles a lot?
That's the guy, yeah.
Oh, yes, we caught him rummaging through the garbage and arrested him for vagrancy. Haven't been able to get a thing out of him. So he's your brother, you say?
Yes, my mother said that he's been missing and wanted me to check up on him, so,
well, it's illegal to eat out of the garbage in these parts. You can't do it. So he's been arrested. We have him in the cells.
You can't do this to him. Garbage is free for everybody.
Well, funny thing, you can actually steal from the garbage, but you have to have a home for it to be legal. If you don't have a legal residence, it's vagrancy.
He has a home. He can live with us.
Well, then he should have been forthcoming about that when we arrested him.
What's the damage, officer? Do we owe a fine or what?
Yes, that'll be 40 wafts, and then he's free to go.
40 watts? That is highway robbery. This is classism is what it is.
Well, if you disagree, then hire a lawyer. I understand they cost much more.
Look, it's fine. We'll pay the fine.
Okay, you spring potato soup from jail. He comes upstairs and starts mumbling. He's pointing inarticulately.
Shh, it's okay, potato soup. We got lost trying to find our way to the place that you were staying. But we found our way. It just took a little while. Yeah, we had no idea where we were. We wound up in a totally different country. Man, sorry, it'll never happen again. Next time we'll get lost with you, I swear.
All right, next step is we gotta get out of here.
The fastest route will probably to go east until you hit the shoreline, at which point you can hire a boat, which will take you all the way north to the Dark Nation, and then you'll go from the coast to the Dark Nation capital.
Okay, then in that case, I'd like to go down to a stationery store, buy myself a nice letter, write, "Dear Bingle, we have stolen the fire dragon. He is very sad. We are mistreating him. Sad face. We are taking him to the Dark Nation capital. If you want him back, meet us there. With love, the guys."
The guys?
Yeah, the guys.
Do we not have a team name?
No, we don't have a team name. No one's ever asked us, who are we collectively?
Oh, we have to be something. We can't just be the guys. So
well,
awkward.
We can't make up something now, Lowry. It would just confuse Bingleberry.
Oh, what if we call ourselves the Bingleberry Pickers?
Elvis.
Like, you pluck a fruit from a tree. It is ripe for the taking.
Oh, I like that. But I agree, though. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
Thank God.
How about the Bingleberry Pluckers?
Yes, we pluck the fruit.
Okay, great, yes. And while we're at it, why don't we write something about how we're gonna pound his butt?
Oh, that's a good idea. P.S. We promise not to pound your butt. Come unarmed.
We're all elemental masters, though. We don't need to be armed.
Well, your thing involves a lot of knives.
I'm the only one really relying on weapons here.
Okay, I scratch it out. Come armed if you want. There, see, now it's fair for you to be armed.
Thank you. I really like my knife thing.
Is that gonna be enough, Paul? Have we emphasized the butt-pounding thing enough?
I think you'll get it, Lowry. There's no need to be such a perfectionist. Okay, I seal the envelope, I drop it in some random mailbox to be picked up, and then we leave for the coast.
Well, if Bingle the Obliterator and Sasha have an ounce of intelligence between them, they will also likely head for the coast to get a boat, but you've got a head start. Away you go. Most of it's not too much of an adventure. You charter the boat boat goes, it's a boat ride, and then you arrive at the Dark Nation in the port. Finally, it's good to be home again, except there's something strange. For such a busy port, there should be a lot more people around, and there's not. You also notice there's a lot of guard patrols. Somebody comes to go through your stuff, standard customs, but the guards that accompany that guy are completely silent, and not at attention, just dead silent. They're wearing black masks over their faces, so you really can't see through them. It's a bit of a wonder that they can see out.
Oh, I like the new, face concealing thing. Is that, new regulation?
The guy in charge replies, "Only for some. I'm busy. Could you please not ask questions?"
Yeah, sorry. Just, no, spooky. It's good for guards, though. Keep everybody on their toes.
The guy finishes looking over your stuff. He says, "Everything seems to be in order, but You should know that there have been crackdowns lately. We're taking the law very seriously in the Dark Nation.
Well, didn't we always? We're the most civilized nation on the planet, and I'd know I've been to every nation now.
We're becoming more civilized than we've been, sir.
Really? Let me guess, we replaced all the toilets with gold. Ah,
It's a very funny jape, sir. Well, I've got other business to attend to, so I hope I won't be seeing you again.
yeah.
Boy, talk about humorless.
I know, right? Normally the job is so monotonous.
That's the kind of guy who confiscates all your birds.
Your what?
You know, you come in with a bunch of birds and they're like, have you declared these birds? And you're like, no, I haven't declared these are birds. And then he's like, well, they're the state's birds now.
I don't think there's any law against birds.
Oh. Well, then what are they worried about? Fruits?
Yeah, fruits. They're looking for invasive bugs and stuff like that. And anything from the Light Nation, that's contraband.
We didn't have any souvenirs from there, right?
I would not have taken something with me if we could.
Yeah, I bet it's all got poop on it.
Yeah, gentlemen, the most astounding thing about this journey is discovering that the Light Nation is really every bit as backward as we say it is.
Freckles is from the Light Nation.
Frickles?
The Light Dragon.
Oh, okay. If anyone asks, it's a hellbender.
What's a hellbender?
It's some kind of amphibious creature from, I think, like mountainous regions. They're endangered.
Why do they call them hellbenders?
I don't know. They must look really cool, though.
Freckles doesn't look like a hellbender.
He's kind of cool. He's a little dragon.
I would expect him to be more black and red.
All right, just don't mention the light dragon if nobody brings it up, okay?
Got it.
Well, you guys might be the greatest culture on Earth, but around this town you also seem to be the quietest. There's people on the street selling their wares, but they're doing it quietly, sullenly. There's not very many people browsing. It seems like everyone's trying to stay inside. Everyone wants to avoid eye contact with you guys as you ride past.
Weird. Must have been some kind of national tragedy or something, or somebody got killed.
Your mom goes, I've been to this town before. Normally it's busy. The place would be packed. This is like peak hours. What is more notable is the number of guards patrolling the street. They seem to outnumber the people.
All right, I don't like it. Come on, horse nostrils. Yeah!
You pick up the pace and you head out of there. But it doesn't get any less eerie on your way to the capital. The farmlands are fallow and left unattended. Doesn't look like anyone's looking after a lot of areas. In one field you can see a lot of cattle have simply been left to die. Flies buzz aimlessly around their corpses. The eyes are gone, the udder's already eaten. You could smell it from over the hill. It's a wonder no one's done anything about it.
Paul, do you think the golden toilets they've been installing might be killing people?
Well, Larry, you know the saying, mad as a hatter. Did you know it's because working with mercury drives you insane? Maybe an alchemist was working hard on improving the foundations of our society with gold, and they work a lot with mercury, and it got into the groundwater.
Were you guys serious about the gold toilet thing? Because I haven't seen a gold toilet yet.
Well, I'm just speculating, I'm saying that there could be a lot of reasons why there would be a field of dead cows. Like, for example, perhaps if you hated cows.
Well, if I were going to hate cows, I would put one up on a stake as a warning to the other cows.
Well, you might, but you're a little insane, Elvis.
That's what I would want the cows to know.
A plague is a lot more likely. There must be something going around. And then a famine, and that's why they've imposed a curfew.
But if there were a famine, Lowry, then they wouldn't leave the cows out to die.
Maybe the disease is cow-based, so they can't touch them.
No, if that were the case, they would burn the cows.
As a warning to the cows.
No, Elvis, to kill the disease.
As a warning to the disease!
Look, I'm sure it'll be clear once we get to the capital. Dark Lord Derek is probably well aware of it.
On to the capital you go. In deathly silence, you do see a couple of peasants on the way, and they also try not to make eye contact with you, but then you stop seeing anybody. The roads are empty, no one else is traveling, until finally you see the gates on the horizon. But there's no lights on. When you approach the gates, you see that there are men stationed atop the thing, wearing dark hoods like the one at the docks.
Hello! May we come in? I am Paul, of House Paul, and Elvis and Lowry.
They walk away, and 30 seconds later the gates swing open. No one says anything, they just let you come in, and then after you're inside, they close the gates behind you. There is no one here. No one except for guards. They patrol the streets silently. They don't acknowledge you as you pass by on the way to your home. No one is at shop. You don't see kids running around the streets. You don't hear women calling. There's no voices. Nothing. Silence and guards, all wearing those black hoods. Up the hills you go. not spying a soul except those unusual armed men in their black garb. The gates to your own houses have been left open. Paul, you push the horse-noceroses forward into your own estate, and no servants come to welcome you. The place is abandoned. When you go inside, you find a thin layer of dust on the floors and shelves and on the wall. Your house is vast, empty, and cold.
All right, gentlemen. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, and I feel like I'm about to throw my lunch up on this dirty floor. Elvis, I want you to go up on the rooftop and see if you can see anything like a place where they're burning bodies in a ditch or something. Evidence of where all the people have gone.
All right, you got it. I go outside, hop up on the roof, and see what I can see.
There's no ditches. There's no graves or big piles of bodies or anything. There's no lights in the city either. Every single one is extinguished.
Paul, I don't see anything. And all the lights are out.
What about the palace, Elvis?
The palace is as dim as the rest of the city. The night is beginning to fall, and not a single lantern is lit.
Ghost town.
Hey, Elvis, you remember when we were in the mines, and it was full of orichalcum, and we got attacked by ghosts?
Larry, I thought we agreed that was a lot of hoopla.
No, you said it was hoopla. Elvis and I agreed we would never go near those mountains again. They came down off the mountains, Paul. They were looking for us. We disturbed them, and now they're furious.
Then what about the guards? Huh?
Dead men. You see how they're not talking to us? Because they're skeletons.
Okay, they were wearing belts and stuff like that. You ever see a skeleton try to fasten a belt? It'll reveal how skinny they are in an instant.
Zombies, then. They've got flesh, but no ability to speak.
Do you hear how stupid you sound? Zombies. We'd smell them.
Paul, what if the zombies have perfume technology?
Okay, so a bunch of zombies who are wearing perfume to hide their garish scent have taken over the capital and ushered all the living occupants out to a cave somewhere.
If they ate the people, that's why they wouldn't be here.
Then each of those guardsmen out there should be as fat as a whale, Elvis.
Zombies are magic, Paul. They eat and they never stop being hungry.
Your mom says, regardless of what happened, this whole place feels evil and wrong. We ought to get out of here.
On that much we can agree. The why, I don't know. It's not zombies.
But
no, it's not. But we should get out of here.
We're never going to get out with the cart and the horse-noceroses.
That's fair. I don't want to get caught. And, well, what do we do about potato soup?
Oh, no. Potato soup, you're very big and very clumsy.
Look, potato soup, I'm not sure if you understand what we're saying or not, but you're almost definitely going to get us caught. I think it might be time to part ways, buddy.
Oh, we can't just leave him.
You know, you're right. You're right. We should use him as a distraction. If he runs one way and makes a big ruckus, then all the guards will go after him, and then we can get out one of the other gates.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Oh,
Elvis, it is us or potato soup.
but he's been my husband in so many capers now.
Elvis, the number one rule in a dire situation is to not poke holes. Build constructively. If you don't like using potato soup as bait, then say, no, and I have a better idea. What's your better idea?
We disguise ourselves as guards, potato soup included, and we say he's very fat because he ate a lot of people, and then we just walk out.
I mean...
We've been getting away with dumber schemes in other places. I don't know if the Dark Nation is quite as stupid as every other nation, though.
They are.
Well, if Mother thinks someone is stupid, then she's probably right. All right, Elvis, we can try and steal some uniforms and get out of here dressed as whatever's going on.
If we kill some of those guards and take their suits, then we'll know what's underneath them.
It's gonna be people, Lowry. Our people, our nation's people. We're gonna be traitors.
We'll be alive.
Those men patrolling the streets must know what's going on. You know what? What if we capture a couple of them and we start asking questions? Then we take their suits, and maybe not murder, so that way if we ever want to come home again, we can say we didn't murder anybody.
At least not in the Dark Nation.
We killed Sasha's mom.
At least no one who was important.
Yeah, we're concerned more about the eyes of the law and the Dark Lord than about Sasha.
Okay, fine. We kidnap some guards. We don't murder them.
All right. I say we wait until just after it gets dark, and then we go out and we nab somebody.
Can we wait that long? They must know that we're here.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. We're gonna leave the horse-noceroses in the cart. Okay, that'll make it look like we came here. But let's go over to our neighbor's house and then keep a watch. In fact, Elvis, light a lantern before you go. Make it clear that someone was here. Okay?
You got it.
Okay, you guys switch yards. You go over to the neighbor's estate while Elvis climbs up into the tower, lights a lantern, and then leaps over to the new estate. making it look like you're there when you're actually here.
All right, boys. We're all keeping watch. Keep your eyes peeled. There's no sense in going to bed because we're getting out tonight. We're not sleeping. I couldn't sleep if I tried.
Eyes peeled, sir.
You guys keep watch. And sure enough, a small group of soldiers dressed in black come up the hill. But these are distinguished from the ones that you've seen in the street. Their armor is unique, and they're carrying their own personal weapons. They come out in front of your estate, look up at the lit lantern. The person in lead waves to one of their subordinates, who leaps up to the top of the tower using wind bending, goes inside, and then your lantern goes out. All the light remaining in the entire city is just the light of the moon, and it's not much. Down below you can see the glint off of the weapons. You hear clanking as the person sent to turn off the lantern reassembles with the others. It's nearly impossible to make out exactly where they are as they move out of your sight, around the walls, and then you hear the front door of the estate that you're hiding in slide open.
How'd they know? What gave us away?
You hear a voice from down below. Paul, Elvis, Lowry, it's me, Galahad, you remember? The Dark Lord has sent for you. It's an emergency.